Good morning, everyone. It's Cynthia with your daily tarot card of the day. This week we're using Tarot of the Spirit, and I have information about this deck in the description box below. I'm going to take a moment to tune into the collective energies of the day and bring through some general messages from Spirit regarding the day's energy. These messages are timeless, so whenever you happen to find this video and you're inspired to watch, there's likely a message here for you. But of course, take what resonates, leave the rest of it behind, whatever does not resonate. But above all else, you are invited to tune into your own intuition, inner guidance, higher self, spirit guides, so that whatever card comes up, you might receive your own personal messages and insights. Okay. Bravo. One of Earth. This is the Ace of Pentacles. That keyword form down at the bottom says exactly what it is. It's manifestation. It's the power of bringing an energy, vibration, or a thought into form. And it's interesting because I'm seeing, instead of like in traditional tarot, you have the 5-pointed star on the pentacle, which, you know, represents the elements held as one. And this one, it almost reminds me of the star card because it's got that 7-pointed star. And so the star card is one of hope. So one of the things that I saw here was the word that came to mind when I saw the star in the center of this wheel was hope. So it's not just the power and recognizing one's own power in order to turn our thoughts into things. That happens automatically. Like, that's reality. That's how energy moves on the planet. That's how things are created. Nothing on this earth was created without a thought first. And so, you know, we create things from our thoughts, our inspirations, our perceptions, our beliefs. And that's how stuff happens. That's how we experience life, right? And I'm getting this sense of either something is coming into form and manifestation in front of you, and you get to not just perceive it, but also evaluate, you know, what is it that I'm going to do with this thing now? Now that I've received it, going to appreciate it, or it could be an opportunity. The aces definitely bring through the energy and the power of something that might not yet exactly be here, but we are seeing the opportunity of how to make that possible. And so that could be where the hope energy comes through. Not exactly sure off the top of my head what Hebrew letter that is. But if anybody knows, you're more than welcome to put that in the comments section. But again, you know, there's this power here of recognizing how subjective creation of our life experience actually is. And it has to do with our perceptions and our beliefs and our thoughts. You know, are our thoughts evoking emotions of hope and envisioning and, you know, forward movement? Or are our thoughts evoking past emotions, or are our emotions evoking thoughts of what we believe is possible or not possible? You know, so recognizing that we need to put our inspirations over our thoughts and let our thoughts evoke certain emotions, like that of progressive thinking. Excuse me. Envisioning, hope, clarity, faith, all of these things, and let that feed into whatever it is that we want to bring into form. So, the next step is the Two of Pentacles. So you go from the Ace to the Two, right? Which would be like balance, harmony, blending, integrating, getting this thing to work within other things, creating space for this thing to really be there, you know, and continuing with that hopeful vision, with that, you know, working things through, with that integration, with that appreciation, you know, and then you move on through the numbers. And so there's this sense of it's an opportunity to either breathe new life into something, or to be aware and empowered about how truly important you are in the creative process. Because again, it's happening through you by the very nature of your existence. Its manifestation is happening because of your thoughts and your emotions and your habits, the patterns that are created from that bring energy and vibration into form in front of you in your experience. Is it something that you want to be surrounded by? Is it something that you want to appreciate over time? That you want to continue forward with? How are you, have you created space to let it in? And how are you going to blend it into, you know, where you are or where you want to be, especially if you're walking through the process of, you know, setting out to complete a project or accomplish a goal or whatever the case might be, right? So today's energy is definitely all about opportunity, the opportunity to get something rolling, the opportunity to understand your active participation in that process. You can passively participate in it. You may or may not get the results that you want. You could actively participate in it, and you will always be led towards what it is that you want. And it can take longer or shorter depending upon how deliberate you are with the thoughts evoking the feelings that allow you to create and process this vibration, this energy, this vision that you have into form. So today's energy is all about that opportunity to recognize how you really function in this creative process that brings you your life, the experiences you have personally or professionally or, socially. You're the common denominator in every experience that you have from the time you were born to the time that you transition to another form. You are the common denominator. You're the one. So all that divine energy is flowing through you. So you can ride along unwittingly, not understanding the true power that you have. And some people are better at that than others because they're naturally optimistic and positive, and and some of us have been challenged so much in trying to work with what's around us or with what's within us that we've been on a long healing evolutionary type of a journey in terms of our spirits. And, everybody looks at it differently and nobody's necessarily wrong. But for whatever reason, this message is coming through, most especially to those who are at a point where if you're being presented with an opportunity, you have to recognize how you're participating with it. Are you being passive and kind of hands off and letting it do its thing? Or are you at least bringing a level of self-awareness, even if we're going with the flow and making things a little bit effortless, right? Which is, part of the point. Is so that all the activity that we're engaging in is pleasurable. I mean, that's when I think of how Socrates defined leisure and toil. That's kind of what leisure can still be physical labor. If you're a carpenter and you love carpentry and it's just, one of those things that's inspired and flows to you, whether or not you get paid for it or you just do it because you love it is besides the point. You're going with the flow, but that's still labor intensive. It can be. You know what I mean? Whereas toil is going to the job that you hate in order to spend money and keep yourself in debt and or working hard to provide for your family, even though you never get to see them, but you do it because you love them. You know what I mean? Like there's that energy, those classic depictions of the extremes of, are you enjoying leisure throughout your life or are you toiling throughout your life? Are you going with the flow? That's, you're directing your energy. You're the director of this energy. And you can run into resistance because you're not directing that energy in a way that's part of your flow. Or you can consciously choose to direct that energy and go with your flow and get things to happen. Allow things to happen from that space. So today's opportunity is definitely, and it could be something specific that you're working on or that you've been working towards, and you're seeing like the next steps or the final steps, almost like to see it through to completion, or you're just getting started. It's a new opportunity and you're seeing those first steps and you're getting really excited, but maybe also even nervous, maybe in danger of holding yourself back and of not following through. And that might need to be looked at in terms of how are you going to direct your energy? Are you going to go with your flow? Are you, and I keep hearing, I am the way. Jesus said, I am the way. And it's funny because I've been seeing a lot of different masters and different speakers that have delivered the message like, you are the way. You are the divine. Jesus was his way. The way was him. When we do the I am, right? I am divine. I am the way. And that's my way. You are the way. You are the light. You are the divine. Look in the mirror and say that. I am the way. I am the light. I am the divine. So that idea of, it's not that we have to worship a guru or a teacher or deify another force or intelligence that we can perceive as separate from life force, the divine energy. This process of creation is moving through us all the time. All the time. We're either aware of it and we're directing it, or we're not. And when we're faced with certain opportunities, sometimes it's frightening to think, oh my gosh, I have this much power to actually do this thing. Do I really want to do it? And we have to realize, like, you really can. Do it your way. You can do it your way. Because you are the divine. You are the light. You are the way. Your way. Right? So, allowing yourself to work with this energy. Ace of Pentacles, One of Earth, form. It's bringing energy and vibration and vision into reality, into your experience. So I'm not getting a sense that this is already here and manifest right in front of you, although for some of you it can be. But I am getting the sense of there's a clarity in how you're participating, and there's an opportunity for you to make that choice. You are free to choose how you want to participate in whatever this is, whether it's one thing or whether it's just a certain personal realization about your life in general and the changes that may have been going on for you, and seeing where you want to go from here. So whether it's the first steps on this path to deliberately creating, or whether it's like the final steps in this phase of making that dream come true, or accomplishing that goal, or making manifest that thing that you've wanted, one way or the other, it's like you're getting those steps, those few steps. It's either the first few or it's the last few, but something's coming in here. There's an opportunity, or yeah, I mean, even the manifestation itself is an opportunity, because then that's an opportunity to appreciate that, bring it into our lives, work with it, enjoy it, can move forward with it, grow it, that kind of a thing. So whether you're just starting out with the vision and you're trying to bring that into fruition, or whether you're like so close to the manifestation that you can taste it, and then you are looking forward to enjoying it, using it, experiencing it, making it work with you and in your life for future endeavors, right? Whether it's a car or a house or a relationship or a raise or whatever the case might be. Like, there's a plan there to, I'm going to appreciate this for a while. This is going to be a part of my life for a while. I'm going to be, enjoying this and interacting with it. So that's beautiful energy. wonderful opportunities today. Remember, look in the mirror and remind yourself of the I am presence that lives within you. Peace and blessings to all of you. Thank you so much for being here, and I will talk to you tomorrow.